Welcome to day 60 of the 100 Lion Last Defense Academy. Today we're on the path if we actually left the school grounds. And we finished all of the kill and game routes. So, this is probably the one that will unlock the actual path that we were on before this, which was the random killings route, or whatever, mystery route. Oh, everyone's here. Good morning, guys. Want some food? We have some grilled mackerel meal with chocolate sauce and kimchi and bean paste slaw. I think I'll pass. How about rice with protein? You need your protein in the morning. There are so many colorful sources of proteins piled up high, I could barely see the rice. Oh, Takumi, still alive, huh? My bad, I guess. Is the killing game going to start? Everyone's way too alive right now. Aren't we supposed to wake up in the morning and find a dead body covered in stab wounds? Like with blood splashed all over the place. It's kind of like an omelet with ketchup there. Knock it off, I'm eating. What did my omelet ever do to deserve this? How much of a grade school dropout do you have to believe such a stupid threat? You must have the same IQ as Kiyoshika. Ah, it's just like me. That means you can do everything except carry the numbers in the equation. Oh, she doesn't know she's being made fun of. Poor thing. I don't want to believe the message, but that doesn't mean we should just ignore it. As we reported yesterday, while everyone else was finding Dreamy and I checked the school from top to bottom, we didn't find anything out of the ordinary. Hey, couldn't that mean you're the culprit? Huh? Me? Whew, that's a twist. But I'm not smart enough to be the culprit. Plus, it's more fun not knowing when I'll get killed. You can appreciate if you didn't point fingers without evidence. We still have more fights with invaders waiting for us, so I don't want to be jumping at our own shadows. Sorry, Takumi, you're very right. Anyways, when's the next enemy attack? You should know, right? Not for a while, not until day 17, I think. Then we still have some time. We'll be able to get prepared before then. What are you thinking? Well, Himoenema training, of course, but also class, weapons, simulations. Also, maybe getting closer to everyone here. We just met, so we don't know each other all that well yet. Yeah, I'm on board with that. We have to build mutual trust if we want to keep winning all the way to day 100. Excuse me, you want me to fraternize with these oafs? I'll gouge a third eye hole into that miserable head. Don't say that, Kurura. We won't get through this if we don't cooperate with each other. Friendship, hard work, triumph. I've learned this from the Shonen Manga Bible. Okay, I was looking around for some snacks. I got some crackers, I think. I don't really know what these are. Oh, peanuts. Trust and friendships are a word normies use to curse at the rest of us. None of that has anything to do with me. Keep it away. I'm no good with conflict, but I'd be happy to make some friends. I doubt anyone would be willing to accept a guy worth less than a belly button lint collection, though. You don't need to rush it. Just take your time and build up trust and rapport. He's right. Fine, if Takumi wants it, I don't mind. Everybody reacted differently to the idea, but no one seemed to protest. Don't worry, we'll do this together. It might take some time, but I need to be proactive about approaching everyone and deepening our connections. Yugumu and Kurura, I guess. Thought I gave them presents, but I guess not. Yugumu wants a scalpel. The 60 rock.
大丈夫なのかって思ってるでしょ。大丈夫だよ。だっていずれ隅野くんは私にやなんでもないよ。
Damn, we're on his list now. Well, he does like passionate killings. So the closer you get to him, the more he wants to kill you, I guess. Makes sense. Ew. Turning on evening free time and went back to my room and sat in my bed. Guessing to start rebuilding the trust I had with everyone all over again. Honestly, it sounds overwhelming, but I don't have time to feel sorry for myself. I need to become more proactive. I should steel myself when suddenly it happened. No way, what the hell's going on? This is different, right? Damn it, no time to think. I need to get over to the war room. Hey, Takumi, what's the freak's going on? This isn't what you told us would happen. You said there wouldn't be an enemy attack for a while, right? I knew it. You tricked us. I never believed him, but this is fun, so like, whatever. I didn't know this would happen. Why would they attack again today? And the whole deviation thing you mentioned, this ain't some little quirky difference. We just fought yesterday, goddammit. It's all suspicious, including the whole time travel story. If you do anything to Sister Dearest, I'll never forgive you. Finding monster subs is going to take care of the invaders. Takumi, it's time to sortie. You're right. Same group as yesterday, we'll go. Get ready. I guess there's no other option. I'll crush these monsters without mercy. Yeah. Oh, it's her. You have to kill all of them at the same time. Skip the battle. See what happens. Pakron. Oh, we didn't even get the animation where they merged. You win. Congratulations. We successfully defended against invaders, but even after our victory, we were gripped by an astonishment. Unlike in the past, Milko was still alive, but the future has changed significantly. What do I do now? How do I change what happens to us? Unable to get my thoughts in order, I returned to where everyone else was. Done already, but I still want to play. I had my guard down. I didn't expect to fight 2 days in a row. Oh no, Sabas, you're as white as a sheet. Are you alright? Sorry, I just lost my entire breakfast. Man, I'm not used to fighting and killing stuff yet. Everyone was visibly bewildered after having to fight invaders 2 days in a row. Couldn't blame them. It was a shock to me too. Let's not confuse ourselves. More importantly, shouldn't we discuss our future strategy? Future strategy. The enemy changed the strategy and attacked us again today. The scenario has shifted from what Takumi knows, which means we'll no longer know when an attack will be then. Right, things aren't how they were before. Are you for real? You went through all the trouble with the time travel and now we can't even use it for our advantage. But you saved me, right? It should prevent Zomi's and Ima's deaths too. There's no guarantee everything will work out. Someone else might die instead, right? We can't let our guard down. We haven't even dealt with the threatening message. It's killing me. We don't know the enemy's approach at all. Yeah, what are we supposed to do? Why don't we ask Ngo? He might have some information. Right, we should be able to contact him. I'm curious how he's holding out. Let's call him. No matter how many times Zomi tried Ngo, never responded. Well, why can't I get through? I'm sure I'm using it right. The communicator seems functional. The signal should be reaching him, but is that heap of junk using the bathroom? His stomach was always bulging out. Do you think he's that constipated? Forget what you might be doing on the toilet, man. Something happened to the school. The next attack on the second to last defense academy should be day 17, but since the future's changed now, we can't rely on that information. Right, it might be best if we check on Nego in the school. I'll drive. Just tell us where to go. I want to go too. I want to see second to last Defense Academy. I'll go too. Well, who else? You can join as well. Sure. I suppose someone who knows the school should go. Well then, that's our excursion group. The rest of you, please watch the school here. For now, let's all get some good rest. And Nego's going to be dead. Nice of you to join us, Takumi. You still look half asleep. Sorry, barely you just woke up. Everyone's here then. Good morning, Takumi. A fine morning for some torture, no? No such thing as a good morning. You're as non-existent as a hot girl who would talk to a basement dweller. Everyone's levels of existence were all over the place. Well, we at least seemed ready to go. Okay, everyone on board. I'll have us out of here in no time. So this is second to last Defense Academy. It looks like our school. It does, but it's ever so slightly different. Can we start killing each other when we get there? You know how to have fun, don't you? You could do whatever you want if you can catch me. You know, every time one of us catches the other, they could cut off one organ. Whoever gets immobilized first loses. That's some messed up imagination. I spent a lot of time lost in my imagination. I never run out of things to fantasize about. Come on, let's stop talking about that. Just think about it is going to make me... Don't be frightened. I'm sure you look just as cute on the inside. All thinking about it is getting me all worked up. I cherish every last piece. I don't know if bringing this guy was a good idea. Ruka kept quiet as everyone else chatted. It was almost like she was in an entirely different world. Time passed as we continued on until the school bus arrived at second to last Defense Academy. But when we got off the bus, we were immediately confronted with the scene that made our hearts stop. What's going on? No way. Looks like the enemy attacked. There's destruction everywhere. Bummer, it was all over before we could play our killing game. How depressing. There are no signs of invaders anywhere. They must have withdrawn a while ago, so this is why you couldn't reach Nego. I had a feeling. Felt a gut feeling. Was it the same for you, Takumi? Yeah, but I didn't think we'd deviate so much in such a little time. No, this is way more than a little deviation. Just then Tsubasa called out, her face pale. Hey everyone, over here. There reports everyone, a body has been discovered. We recognized it immediately. The pieces definitely belong to Nego. So this is Nego. He really looks like Suri. I wonder if the invaders got to him. What do you think, Nick? He must have self-destructed. An enemy from the outside wouldn't scatter him all over the place like this. I don't see any defensive wounds or invader blood anyways. Maybe he self-destructed before they engaged in him. Maybe he left some kind of message for us before he did. We don't have any further business here. Let's go back. Wait, shit, he said something different. Well, maybe it's not different. Oh, I give you the leisure lounge and stuff. All the classrooms have already been unlocked, but I guess there's not much we can do about these announcements. It's not important. There's something I need to do now anyways. Since we returned so late, we decided to hold off on reporting to everyone who had stayed behind. Hiroku was going to explain everything to them this morning, and after that, those of us who had gone to the second campus yesterday were to gather in the war room to see if there was any data from Nego. After I eat, I have to hurry to the war room. Oh, good morning, Takumi. Ah, Nozomi. Oh, you have rice on your face. You must have eaten in a hurry. Being on the receiving end of this gesture made my chest tighten. Hiro used to do the same thing for me. She'd laugh at me for eating crumbs of my lunch on my face. Hey, peasants, were you having vile thoughts about Nozomi just now? You were having vile thoughts about Nozomi just now, weren't you? You can't fool me. You were leering at her. You probably violate her in your mind every night, like it's some kind of pervy comic. I'd never do that. Anyways, what are you two doing here? The two of them insisted they'd be allowed to join us after hearing the last night's events. Sorry, but there's no way I could just sit around after hearing what happened to Nego in second to last Defense Academy. That stupid junk heap blew himself up. I want to hear his last words. That's the problem. We don't actually know if he had any last words. We got something. Voice data from Nego. Huh? Really? Yep, I haven't opened it since I thought we should all be here to listen to it. And also, Darumi said she'd be missing out because her low blood pressure is affecting her mood. So now that Takumi's here, that's everyone. Let's hear it, Tsubasa, if you don't mind. Right, of course, here it goes. Dearest students, there's something I need to tell you. The invaders have attacked second to last Defense Academy, and there's quite a number of them. They must be serious about taking this place down. Thankfully, all of you are at Last Defense Academy, but it's a matter of time before they realize this place is a mere decoy. You need to defend Last Defense Academy at all costs. I need you to promise that you will, for the sake of keeping humanity's future. To tell you the truth, I worry about how Last Defense Academy will fare without the Honorable Suri to guide you. But I know you'll be alright in the end. I have complete confidence in you. It's been an honor to serve with all of you. Go now and fulfill your true mission. I have one last thing to do in order to fulfill my role. There's important data stored in my memory bank. I cannot allow it to fall into the enemy's hands. That's where we part. You, I, and second to last Defense Academy. Fare you well. It's just as we figured. Looks like there's no new information from here. Can't believe that rust bucket just went in self-destruct, forcing us to deal with aftermath. I am not pleased. Now that second to last Defense Academy has fallen, the enemy will concentrate all of their fighting power on us. Oh, for the love of murder. I suppose we're about to be very busy then. For now, we should just share this information with everyone. We also need to come up with some strategy moving forward. Things have deviated so far from the past timeline, I know. What do we do now? Why does this bother you? You want to redo the past, right? It's only natural that things would change. Hiruko's words came as quite a shock. She's right. Things should be changing because we're creating a new history. All that matters now is figuring out how we could stay alive. I need to change my mindset. I'm going to save this data so we can share it. Let's hurry and report to everyone else. I guess they must have imagined that he recorded something after they heard he self-destructed. The discussion about a strategy moving forward, on the other hand, was much livelier, and it was clear what we need to do. We need to train hard in order to survive the enemy attacks. With that settled, everyone went their way, feeling determined. Rec room. Scalpel. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of hungry right now. But I just ate like an hour or two ago.
また家族の話なんだけどさ、私の家族にはそれぞれに得意の殺し方と愛用の殺し道具があるんだ。父はシンプルにスナイパーで、母はシンプルに格闘術。長男は毒の吹き矢なんだけど、弾丸よりも発射が素早く、様々な効果の矢を使い分けて仕事に臨むんだ。次男は爆弾だね。これまた様々な種類の爆弾を使うから、遠隔でも近距離でも仕事が可能。そして妹は母親譲りの、というかそれ以上に天性の怪力の持ち主でね。小学生だと思って油断して近づいたところを一瞬でやっちゃうのさ。そんな風にちょっと変わった家族だから、喧嘩になるとなかなか修羅場なんだよね。母と父の出会いの時もかなり大変だったらしいし、詳しくは私も知らないんだけどね。隅野くんにもいずれ紹介するよ。君が生きて帰れるかは。
Damn, he loves Takumi. Except not really. He doesn't like Takumi until he finds out about his personality. It's too early for that to have happened. I just need 540 more rock for him. And I don't know how much I need for... What's it called? Kura. How much happened today? I can't believe we lost and go. There's no use to one on it. I'll go to sleep today. I need to switch gears, so I'm ready for what tomorrow in my brain. Up and up, and troops have to give their lives for a greater cause. Morning already. I'm so sleepy. Just 10 more minutes. I just coasted up under my blanket and began to doze off again when... it's too early for this. Just give me one more minute. Knock it off. Is this some kind of prank to make me sleep deprived? Came the hint that the assault on the doorbell would continue until I answered. I rubbed my eyes and got out of bed. I yawned as I opened the door to greet my morning visitor. Harumi, what is it? Hey, a wonderful blood-soaked morning to you. That sounds pretty much the opposite of wonderful. What do you need? There's something I wanted to tell you. This early in the morning? I'll forget if I don't say it ASAP. I just thought about it when I was pained. Okay, what is it? So I was hanging out in the school while you guys were fighting the invaders, right? And I was skipping through the halls hoping to find some crazy murderer looking around, right? Luckily for me, I didn't find one, but I did find a little something very interesting. I was still going to tell you, but I forgot. It completely slipped my mind. Is it something interesting? I'll show you. I'll need to drag you into this anyways. Yo ho ho. Once I finished getting dressed, Darumi immediately grabbed me by the hand and pulled me along as she smiled eerily. The library, I get the feeling you don't spend a lot of time here. So true, books are only good for putting on top of your favorite cup ramen. Well, the noodles cook. But murderers love hiding in places like this, so I was just wandering around. That's when I found it, and by that I mean info about who the murderer really was. You're kidding, there's no way this is an actual murderer. Take a look. Darumi plopped a worn-down notebook on my desk. Looks pretty old. What is it, a diary? The cover was deeply worn and filthy. The pages were yellow, ripped and stained. There was nothing compared to what jumped out when I opened it. What is this? To put it simply, it was the most disturbing thing I'd ever seen. There was a shadowy figure holding some kind of blood-stained knife. They had a bunch of blood splattered on them. Red and black, the space up to the figure's feet was completely filled in with red, as if they were standing in a sea of blood. Even worse, the actual paper of the notebook seemed to have real blood splattered on it. It's so sick, right? It looks pretty realistic. Is this some kind of prank? Maybe somebody made it with a gift-o-matic or something. Takumi, you're so boring. Live a little and imagine a killing game. Of course, I'm happy to be boring when it comes to killing games. More importantly, is there something red in here? I'm not sure either. I can only read about half of it. The letters were smudged and a fair amount of it was indecipherable. Somebody help, don't kill. Logically speaking, it probably says, somebody help me. I don't want to be killed. The murderer attacked him. I mean, look, they wrote more too. Then they went all crazy and itchy tasty on us. I don't care if that's what the journal of the actual murderer or not. I want to know what it says. I connected whatever I could make out and tried to decipher the diary, but what it said was difficult for me to believe. A killer is hiding somewhere in their school. Once they find their prey, they slice the bodies into ribbons with their weapon. The killer took many of my friends. They're all dead now. The killer is human, but inhuman. No matter how many times I kill them, they won't stay dead. None of it makes any sense. Somebody help me. I'm going to be killed. We'll all be killed. We're all going to die. The writing grew messier and messier with each page. I managed to read this far by filling in the blanks whenever I could, but it was completely unreadable past this point. The way the brushstrokes danced around the page seemed to show the author's maddening terror. It was a little unsettling. But then the diary entries completely stopped. The identity of the culprit was never revealed. Tio, do you like that? A killer hidden in the school sounds pretty romantic to me. It's ridiculous. It's obviously just a made-up story. I mean, an immortal killer? Really? Hey, we're basically immortal too. It's not that weird. She has a point, but still. The diary's pretty old. There's no date, so it's clearly been through some long years. Were hemo and the Revimatica thing here that long ago? No idea. I don't care about the details anyways. More importantly, doesn't this seem connected to the threatening message? The message? That was the signal the Hyun was about to begin. And now we're all going to die. Hey, what's gotten into you? The message was just a prologue. Things are really about to kick off now. I can feel it. It's so exciting. Who's going to be the first casualty? That's not funny, Darum. Not a place like this. But I know you think it's a joke or made up, but how can you be so sure, Takumi? We never found out who wrote the message, and there's no proof this diary is fake. But still, you're the one in most danger since you're trying to brush it all off. So that's a lie, aren't you? I wanted to tell her not to be ridiculous, but I couldn't argue with her logic. Are we all going to die? Is someone going to kill us? Have I lost my mind? Of course they're not. That makes no sense. I'll take the diary. Don't tell anyone else about this, okay? Oh, you're keeping it a secret? We have enough on our plate dealing with invaders. I don't want to saddle everyone with extra anxiety. So please just do what I'm asking. Whatever, it's more fun if the killing starts unexpectedly anyways. Thanks, I guess. Back in my room, I quickly shut the diary in the drawer of my desk. I need to prepare for the next invader attack. That's what my focus needs to be. I can't just sit here. I need to do something. If nothing happens in the next few days, I'll probably just stop playing for the day. Or for a while, since I'm hungry and I need food. That should be enough for the next one. There we go. Bond up.
家族の話はいろいろとしたから、今度は私自身の話だね。 と言ってもあまり話すことはないかな。私は家族の中ではいわゆる落ちこぼれの部類でね。いや、殺し屋として優秀だとは自負しているんだけど、他の家族が化け物すぎるんだよ。それもあって父は私のポテンシャル開花のために私を人体改造させたんだ。確かにそれで殺しの能力は上がったけど、そもそもそういう問題でもなかったんだよね。気持ちの問題だったんだよ。私は殺しの仕事に疑問を感じてしまっていたんだ。やるなら本当にやりたい相手とやりたい時にやりたいようにやりたいと思ってしまった。だから殺し屋としても実力も上がらない。当然だよね。いやいややってるんだからさ。私はもう殺し屋をやめたいんだよね。いつかは家族に言わないといけないんだけど、まだ言えてないんだ。どんな修羅場になるか想像もつかなくてさ。今度住野くんも一緒に家族を説得してくれない？帰りは君がバラバラになっても送って帰ってあげるから。
いつ進行すんじゃ。
It's not time already. Sure enough, there was no attack today. What about tomorrow or the day after? They could even show up 5 minutes from now. Come down, Takumi. If you let yourself go down this rabbit hole, you'll never get out. My head was hazy, like it was filled with fog. I knew it was because of the weird stuff Darumi had said. Everyone's going to be killed? No, I have to do the killing. I was shocked by the words that left my mouth. As worried as I was about the invaders, there was no reason for me to say something like that. Oh, is Adol overtaking over the body this time?
So, Yabang
Then how should I spend the day? I'd like to be ready since the invaders can show up at any time, but anyways, I'll think about this after breakfast. After I wrapped up a quick breakfast in the cafeteria, I was in the middle of thinking about my plans for the day when walking down the hallway when... What was that? A loud noise suddenly echoed down the hall. Did that noise come from the metal shop? Man, who was making this much noise early in the morning? I gingerly went inside and saw Tsubasa there with a serious look on her face making something on a workbench. Tsubasa, what are you doing so early in the morning? Oh, Takumi, sorry, I was so focused I didn't notice you come in. I was just making a bomb. A bomb? How are you so casual about it? What's even going on? Actually, I just happened to find these plans for a bomb. A strong one that uses undying flames. What do you even... It's a long story, so I'll spare you the details. Basically, it was stored in what was left of Survey's memory bank. Since it uses undying flames, I'm hoping it can work on the invaders. You're not wrong. A bomb like that could really help us in battle. Right, that's why I wanted to give it a shot. It'll take a lot of time and effort, not to mention it's real hard, but I gotta try. Thanks, Tsubasa. I'm hoping for good news. And one thing, I'll be holed up here in the metal shop for a while, but you absolutely could not come in when I'm working on it, right? It's dangerous. Got it. Don't push yourself too hard, okay? So is the metal shop just locked now? Yeah. There we go. That makes sense. Read time, give it to him again. A scalpel. Scalpel. Wait, did I go past it? You never know when the invaders might attack, so rest while you can. Well then, good night. After a light stretch, I immediately fell asleep. Day 13.
そう
Okay, I'm gonna use the bathroom real quick. Hopefully my nose will be less clogged now. I just sprayed it with some saline something xylitol or something. I think it was xylitol. Which should make it a bit clearer. But we still gotta give scalpels. Scalpels to our man. Scalping man. This should be the last one for this day, I think. There we go.
いやいやとはいえ、今まで殺し屋としていろんな殺しをやってきたよ。印象に残ってるターゲットはそんなに多くないかな。仕事として割り切ってやってるからさ。あ、でもちょっと変わったターゲットがいたっけ。厳重な警備の敷かれた病院の VIP ルームにいる相手でさ。なんとか VIP ルームに忍び込んでみると、そこにいたのは年端もいかぬ少女だったんだ。彼女は大富豪の娘さんで大病を患っているものの、両親の希望による延命治療を続けていた。その辛さは壮絶を極めるものだったらしく、彼女はもう自分を解放してほしいという願いで、自分の貯金をはたいて私に自分の殺しを依頼してきたんだ。もちろんできるだけ苦しくない方法で一瞬でやってあげたよ。殺しが救いになることもあるんだって、その時私は初めて知ったよ。住野くんも死に救いを求めたい時はまず私に相談をしてくれると嬉しいな。
Damn, good man. Merciful killing. You would love. Yugumu shouldn't be in Canada. I believe it's 2, or is it still 3? I'm not sure.
こんな素敵なものを。
総員就寝時間だよ。いつ
Another uneventful day. I wish I could say the same for tomorrow.
総員さやば
I got to the cafeteria. Everyone was already there and starting the meal. Good morning, Takumi. Would you like bean paste stuffed hamburger? No, I'm good. But you're all up so early. We've been training hard, so we're waking up famished. You're training too, but you hate fighting. I don't want to get caught up with my proverbial pants down if something happens to my dear sister. I'm prepared to defend her if things go wrong. That's the only way. That's the only reason. He's changed. Last time he said he couldn't risk his own life if he wanted to protect Kako's. This is powered up Hemo Anima, making him more inclined to fight. I'll be off then. I have more training to do. Once Hemo left his seat, Kako leaned in close and whispered in my ear, Takumi, I've been practicing with my infuser too. Kyoshika and Moko are teaching me how to use it in secret. You mean secret from Mima? Yeah, he says it's dangerous, but I want to be able to fight too. That's great. Let me know if I can help, okay? Okay, thank you. With a happy smile on her face, Kako took off after Ima. Come to think of it, Shoma's been keeping up his training with Hakumaru too. Everyone's working so hard to survive, to protect those they care about. I need to do the same. The next attack should be on day 29. Although I can't count on my memories of the future anymore, assuming the attack was to occur on that day is better than being completely in the dark. Anything may happen, and at any moment I need to be prepared. I just finished a quick breakfast and looked at the clock. The day was just beginning. Now then, time to decide what I do today. Two more scalpels, I believe, should answer the... should get him to rank 5. Okay, one more. Oh no, I ran out of rocks. Pretty low on materials now. Bond up.
ちょっと住野くんに聞いてもらいたい話。ある時殺しのターゲットが被ってしまって同業者と鉢合わせになったことがあるんだ。そういう時は必ず殺し合いになるのがこの業界の暗黙のルールなんだけど、ちょうどその時私は仕事への嫌気がピークでいっそ殺されてもいいかと思っていたんだ。ただそこで出会った殺し屋は驚くべきことに同い年の女子高生殺し屋でね。その子もまた殺し屋家業に嫌気がさしていたみたいで、同じように私に殺されたがっていたんだ。結果私たちはお互いに殺し合えなかった。むしろ少し喋るようになってね。そこから私たちの交流は始まった。家族でも友達でも、ましてや恋人でもない関係がね。彼女は殺し屋をやめるために自殺未遂を繰り返していたけど、仕込まれた暗殺術が本能的に動いて邪魔をして死ぬことすらできなかったんだ。だから彼女は私に頼んできたよ。いつか私のことを殺してね。私を生の苦しみから解放してねって。そんなある日、彼女が負傷して寝たきりになったと聞いた。その矢先に私はここに連れてこられてしまった。私は彼女との約束を守るためにここで戦っている。ここから戻ったら彼女をやるつもりだ。彼女のためだけじゃない。私はいつの間にか彼女を心からやりたいと思っていたんだ。長々と聞いてくれてありがとう。そんな住野くんのこともやりたくなってきちゃうな。
Your bond is stronger now.
So in it's
Another day is done. I'm beat. I better rest up so I'm ready for tomorrow. I was about to climb into my bed when my eyes suddenly stopped on the drawer on my desk. Everyone's going to die, huh? I remember what room we sit. I almost got caught up in the eerie vibe in the library, but nothing bad has happened since. Must be some sort of lame prank. The message and the diary. Who could it be at this hour? Huh? Hiruko? What? You look like you've seen a ghost. Sorry, I wasn't expecting you to drop by. Anyways, do you need something? Let me make it short. Then we will attack tomorrow. I'll be ready, huh? That's all the business I have with you. Sorry to disturb you so late at night. Wait, how do you know they're coming tomorrow? Good night, Takumi. I'll see you tomorrow. Wait, Hiruko. Thought about chasing after her, but I stopped myself. I had a feeling she wasn't going to tell me anything. How would she know there's going to be an attack tomorrow? And even if that's true, why is she telling me? My heart started to hurt again. The dull pain interrupted my thoughts. I couldn't take it. I had to lay down and bled. And before long, I fell into a deep slumber.
소인 기쇼時間だよ。最強。
That was the usual announcement, just another typical morning here at Last Defense Academy. I jolted in mid-yawn, remembered last night, and leapt out of bed. Right, the attack. Hiroka said they're coming today, is that true? I need to ask her. I better hurry to the cafeteria. I made it to the cafeteria, but there was no sign of Hiruko. Was she still sleeping, or did she eat? Takumi, my dude, what are you lifting and so shifting for? Hey Gaku, have you seen Hiruko? Hiruko? Probably not. She always vanishes without a trace. One moment she's here, next moment she's gone. Totally does. Maybe she's a lone wolf. I guess it's because she used to be being by herself. She doesn't hang out with others unless she has a reason to. Why don't we ask Rumi? She seems to be a huge fan of Hiruko. Isn't she still sleeping? I went to get her for breakfast, but she didn't answer. Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. I put some grilled fish, rice, and miso soup on my tray and sat down only finding myself making eye contact with Kurura across from me. Good morning, Kurura. You look as stupid as ever. You're getting poor on my food. She's one to talk about anyone's face. How does she eat with that mask on anyways? But if I ask, she'd probably feel proud. I'll just keep my questions to myself. I've been puzzling this for some time now. Lady Kurura, how do you eat with your mask on? Excuse me? You have something to say about the way I present myself? I'll shove that stupid sword of yours all the way through your gaping hole. My holy Jumanji sword? I think I might cry. Let me forget this. I need to finish eating and find Hiruko. I was just reaching for my rice bowl when... Hey, is that? An attack this early in the morning. Intruder alert. Defense mode initiated. Damn it. It was really just like Hiruko said, but I didn't think it would happen so soon. Everyone look at the monitor. I'm all set to go. Ring the gun whenever you're ready. Everyone, please prepare to engage. It's time for a defensive battle. Yes, sir. Shoma, you ain't ready for the battlefield. Wait with the twins unless you want to get yourself killed. But I trained so hard. You won't be holding us back if you can't use your damn Himo anima, right? Hear me out. You set this one out. We're going to sortie, so you guys can take care of the school. I think the roomie's in a room, so someone can let her know what's going on. Understood. Our Himo anima is still unstable, so we'll take you all on the offer. Everybody, don't worry. We'll snuff them out and end this quick. Hiruko, when did you? There's no time to talk. Let's head to the war room. Right. Two commanders. She says gonna be killer two at the same time. For real? That's twice the work. And why are there so many invaders? Can we judge it from your reaction? This is something you knew about. No, I've never seen two commanders attack at the same time. Oh dear. Dress exchange from the time I came from is nothing new at this point. I need to focus. There's only one thing to do now. You have to make it through this. Tsubasa, are you ready with the new bomb? All set. I haven't tested it yet, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Thanks, that'll help. Let's keep that as our trump card. You think we can beat them if we use it? It's a last resort. Anyways, quickly into positions. It's time to fight. Right. Let's go SU Rangers. I'll handle this. Come on, Holy Jumanji Sword. Let's go mad and cause chaos together. Let's go. Defensive battle initiate. You face the Paragon of whatever. Paragon of Salvation. So good, so can't even look. That's the commander that absorbed Dima last time. Everyone stay away from her. Wait, they're doing something, huh? Did they just fuse? How insolent. They'll just have to die together. Takumi, Musa, Once we weaken them, immediately finish them off with the bomb immediately. We want to use the bomb. Just do as I say. Takumi, are you ready? Got it, Tsubasa. On my signal, fire away. Hiruko must be asking us to do this for a reason. She was right about today's attacks, so she must know something. Work together and protect the school, everyone. They overwhelmed us. We're not done yet. And we have Overlord Vexus now. Hiruko gave me the signal as she watched them try to get back up again. Right, time to finish them off. Tsubasa the bomb. We gotta get back, everyone. The resulting shockwave was strong enough to make the ground beneath us shake. I looked back at the schoolyard and there was no trace of the commanders. Thank goodness it worked. No, the bomb was insane. We're freaking invincible. Yeah, looks like we pulled it off. Life disappears so easily. I watched the commanders get obliterated with a sense of detachment. Another successful defensive battle. Excellent work, everyone. We have to fight if we want to survive. After our long battle, we dragged our tired bodies off to rest. I could ask Hiruko what happened tomorrow. I prepared a light meal in the cafeteria and tottered back to my room. It's that time again. I hadn't realized how much time had passed during the battle. I'm starving. Our breakfast got interrupted, so I never got to eat properly. Trying to keep my stomach from growling, I laid out the meal I prepared at my desk, but I couldn't bring myself to eat a single bite. Why? I wanted to put it in my mouth, but my mind refused. This isn't what I want to eat. It isn't, but what do I want to eat? It's only day 15. I can't start tripping up now. And just as I was about to force some food in, I whirled around and sensed a presence. And sure enough, there he was. You haven't been looking so good lately. Is something wrong? You don't seem to be great spirits yourself. Did you catch a cold? Sadly, I've never felt so much as a cool breeze. I'm kidding. What's the matter? I'm just curious about how you're holding up. I saw today's battle. Right, we owe you for that bomb. It's incredibly powerful. A certain amount of undying flames needs to be drained from me each day. Honestly, even at that pace the machines are going, it's barely enough. To bomb it up, used up even more energy on top of that. So that's why you seem so weak. Hey, do you think my flames are helping you achieve your desired future? Of course they are. I came from the future, so I should know. The power is indispensable if all of us want to survive at all 100 days here. I see right. If there is hope in the future you will wish for, I will lend you my strength. But if the path toward that future changes, if the path changes, what do you mean by that? Explain it well. Maybe my fears are unfounded, but you've been wanting to say something for a while now. Just tell me. His expression troubled, he quietly vanished without saying a word. I'm making good progress. I'm doing what I need to do and protecting everyone I need to protect. I'll get back everything I lost last time. I murmured to myself as I dove into bed. My hunger has completely vanished the moment my intense sleepiness overtook me. I slowly opened my eyes, unsure if I was in reality or a dream. What time is it? I opened my eyes, checked the clock. To my surprise, it was already late at night. No way, how long was I asleep? My head hurt violently, maybe from oversleeping. I took some supplements and crawled back into bed. I feel like I could sleep forever. I can bring myself to move, and as I curled up in the blanket, I grew sleepy once more. I should be training or strategizing or doing anything other than this. Exhaustion wore out. I can find the will to do anything. And then I didn't leave my room at all and fell back into a deep sleep. And so, day 16 at Lost Defense Academy passed without anything happening at all, I think. A sudden forceful impact connected with the back of my head. Ugh. My head ached so badly I thought it was split in two. I realized it wasn't in bed. I'd fallen onto the cold, hard ground. What happened? I gritted my teeth through the pain and opened up. My blurry sight before me was clearly not my room. Is this the biolab? I have a distinct medical spell and the familiar lights used for surgery. I'm sure of it. What the hell am I doing here? I'm sleeping in my room, gripping my throbbing head. I slowly got up. I need to figure out what happened. Just now I sensed someone on the operating table. I looked up and saw Hiruko. A few feet away, Hiruko had fallen on her backside in front of the operating table. Shizara, what are you doing here? Her expression looked immediately immensely pained, and in front of her was someone standing over her with a trembling power saw. Who are you? They were wearing something that looked like a diving suit, and their face was hidden underneath their helmet. I immediately knew what was happening as they approached Hiruko. No, she's going to die. I moved before I could think. I ran towards a strange figure, and I ran with the person holding the power saw with my entire body. They staggered for a moment, but they quickly regained their footing. Stay down. I grabbed at them again, trying to get them to drop their weapon, but they were holding on tight, leading to a tug of war between us. Let it go, drop it. I couldn't move too dexterously when I was dodging the blade. Eventually, they backed me up near the window. No, they'll kill me. It's zero die. The moment we reversed positions, I grabbed them and tackled them as hard as I could. The glass of the window shattered explosively, and the two of us fell to the ground, still locked in a grapple. My chest ached as if it had been crushed. I couldn't breathe properly, but I still got myself to the feet and glanced around. Ugh. They were practically within arm's reach. They suddenly grabbed the power saw and began to draw closer to me. I need to run or they'll kill me. I ran at full speed in the darkness. Who are they? What are they doing this? I was clueless, drenched in a horrible, uneasy sweat. Run, beware. If I run inside the school, someone else might get hurt. Glancing away back at the shadowy figure closing on me, all I could do was keep running. Eventually, I ended up I finally stopped. My path blocked by the raging flames. Damn it, where do I run to? Turned my heel and the violently spinning blade of the power saw was getting closer and closer. I tried to back away, but the flames looked at my back. There was nowhere to run. They raised the power saw, staring at me like they were locking onto the target and viciously swung down. I'm going to die. The blade was coming right at me, so I kicked the attacker. Keeping the attacker in sight, I adjusted my balance. I let my momentum carry me and I kicked their leg as far as I could. How do you like that? The figure in the suit lurched and fell, the power saw clattering to the ground. There. I didn't waste any time. Grabbed the weapon and brandished it in front of me. Now it's my turn. I raised the deadly spinning blades and brought them down on the attacker, only for them to dodge out of the way at the last second. You won't get away. They were sprinting away in the opposite direction now. I tightened my grip in the power saw and ran after them. I couldn't afford to let them escape. I took my eyes off them for a second. They melted away into the darkness, and I'd be at their mercy again. I won't let that happen. The power saw was weighing me down, though. I never catch up like this. There was only one thing to do. Whoever this person was, I had to stop them. I tossed the power saw into a nearby bush and broke into a sprint. My chest was so tight from how hard I was pushing myself. My legs were so tired they were practically numb. But I didn't stop. I couldn't give up now. I cleared my mind and ran. Little, I was catching up to my quarry. A few feet more and I would be right on top of them. Well, where'd they go? I saw them. They were running towards the academy's main entrance with a definitive purpose. It's not good. I pushed out the last desperate burst of speed, but it wasn't enough. They got ahead of me and made it to the doorway. Damn it, no. In the directions I hadn't noticed where they were going until it was too late. Now, thanks to my carelessness, the school safety has been compromised. I have to hurry. I ran into the school following the strange figure's footsteps. I hadn't given up on catching them yet. The person in the box continued to run around the school. They moved confidently as if they knew their way around. Which is where you're going anyway, so I was still having trouble closing the distance between us. Then they turned a corner and I lost sight of them. Where did they go? No one answered my question. The only sound in this lonely hallway was my voice. They couldn't have gone far. I need to keep this up or else they'll escape completely. I checked every hallway, every classroom, every locker I could find, but the mystery silent assailant wasn't in any of them. They probably used the cover of darkness to slip out of the school unnoticed. That or they were still lying in wait somewhere. They must escape through here. That's the only thing that made sense. Who in the world was that? More importantly, is Hiroku okay? What about the others? I blacked out abruptly and completely as if a plug had been pulled somewhere from my mind. He's got fainting disease again, I guess. I cautiously, slowly but surely drifted back from the dark depths I'd fallen into. I opened my eyes and found myself looking at a familiar ceiling. It's my room. I remember now. Last night, Hiroku was chased by someone in the weird suit in the biolab. I chased out there after the attacker, but I lost him, and then I blacked out. Wait a minute, if I passed out, how did I get back here? I didn't remember a thing. Did someone carry me here? And come to think of it, Hiroku, is it okay? Is she okay? Did anyone else get attacked? Right, ow. The moment I tried to move, a sharp pain shot through my entire body. I guess I did push myself pretty hard last night. I even jumped through the second floor window. I don't think I broke any bones, but it still hurts. Look in the mirror, I was covered in cuts and bruises. It was no wonder moving around hurt so much. Even so, I couldn't stay still and recuperate. There were too many questions that needed answering. Running the cafeteria, I did a quick head count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 13. That makes 14. We're all here. Even Hiruko, the one I'd been worried about most, looked fine. Seeing all of them there, eating breakfast like nothing was wrong, I heaved a sigh of relief. Thank goodness everyone's okay. One took me, what's the matter? You look all out of breath. Morning. Don't you guys know what happened last night? Did Hiruko tell you? Huh? Something happened last night. Do they really not know? How could they not know still the running around and glass breaking? Moko, can you get everyone together for me when breakfast is over? You seem real serious about this. Alright, leave it to me. In the meantime, you should eat too, and try to relax a little, okay, hon? Is this going to take long? I think I'm heading for a sugar crash. That's what you get for putting a ton of chocolate and ice cream on top of your Donburi. You want to talk about something, Takumi? Yeah, it's about last night. Hey, where's Hiruko? Wasn't she here a moment ago? Yeah, she said she wasn't feeling well and went back to her room. Huh? Being around a disgusting tardigrade like me had probably made her queasy. That could be a problem. Without her, I can't get off. Did you get bored of harassing the zombie and found another girl to get your grubby little hands on? How many innocent maidens will you corrupt before you are satisfied? How indecent, yet how intriguing. I demand you tell me more. What are you guys talking about? Anyways, that's not the point. I prefer to have Hiruko around so she could back up my story, but I can't exactly go and drag her here. There's nothing bad I can do about it. I'll just have to do the best I can on my own. It's a long story, but here it goes. That's just about covers it. Are you serious? All this really happened last night? Hold on, I need a minute to take it in. My brain kind of short-circuited after you brought the maniac in the power saw. I don't know what's going on either. That's why I wanted Hiruko to help us fill it in. How come none of the rest of us realized what was going down? The battle as well as have surprisingly good soundproofing for some reason. You did a good job making it out of this ordeal alive, Mr. Sumito. You're a total champ, Takumi. That's scary though. Just imagine what might have happened to Hiruko if he hadn't been there. Even if this maniac had made mincemeat out of her, we could have just fed it into the rival manic and ran her back. Don't talk about her like she's a sausage filling. Besides, there's a limit to what the machine can do. What were you doing in the bio lab at the hour? How come you not remember? I assume you were drugged or sleepwalking. You're not making it up, that is. What, do you think I'm the one who attacked Hiruko? I'm just speaking hypothetically. Honestly, I don't see how attacking a teammate would benefit you, so I'm not entertaining the idea too seriously. We won't be able to say anything for sure until we get Hiruko's side of the story. Maybe it's some kind of shape-shifting enemy. I mean, there's no one else in the school apart from us. Now, the alarm would have gone off if that was it. And the invaders always show up in huge swarms, not one at a time. And does that mean the attacker was one of us? No, that can't be. But we've already been getting threats. What if even more freaky stuff starts happening after this? Just look at that, then the whole room seemed to frost over. Everyone's looked uneasy. Oh man, I didn't mean to sound like that. But now that the possibility is out there, we can't deny it. Not unless we have solid alibis, or if we catch the real maniac. So there is a traitor among us. There's always one truth. That means who was it exactly? This isn't good. At this rate, everyone's going to start getting paranoid. What can I do to calm everyone down? Durumi? Durumi, who's been silent throughout the conversation, suddenly began to tremble in joy. It's happening. We're finally getting dragged into a killing game. There's a murderer in our midst, a notorious serial killer. This is the kind of twist I've been waiting for. It was like a dam that suddenly burst. Durumi's deranged laughter filled the room. A serial killer hiding in groups of students. Only someone with a severely unsound mind would come up with something like that. Finding messages, serial killers, power assault maniacs. I can't take this. This is so cool. Let's go crazy and start killing each other. Maybe we should let Miss Amamiya handle the killer. You know, fight fire with fire, or in this case, maniac with maniac. If we need a sacrifice, I'll volunteer. I might be so useless, even the killer won't waste time on me. So we're just assuming all the stuff about a killer is true now. I can't just keep up. Guys, please, let's not get paranoid. But from now on, if you have to walk alone at night, be careful. Might be a good idea to keep our infusers with us too. Then we'll be ready to fight back if the killer tries anything. I'm gonna see what I can do about fixing the biolab window. It'll be a good chance to investigate the scene too. Thanks, sorry for the trouble. I'll go see how Hiruko's doing. I'll let you guys know if I find out anything new. Durumi, you're still here? Seems like the diary was the real deal after all. Don't worry, Takumi, I won't say a thing. It's our little secret, Kyohiho. Laughing creepily to herself, Durumi skipped out of the cafeteria. I hadn't mentioned that old diary to anyone either. It wasn't exactly a credible source, and I didn't want to risk making everyone seem even more paranoid. Anyways, I needed to talk to Hiruko. I pulled myself together and made my way to the dorm rooms on the roof. No good, huh? I ran to Hiruko's doorbell, but there's no reply. It didn't sound like anyone was moving inside there either. I was reaching towards the bell to ring again, but thought better of it. She's probably sleeping. I feel bad for disturbing her. And after the events of last night, I was pretty worried, but I decided to leave Hiruko be for now. I'll ask her later. I've got plenty to do in the meantime. Reluctantly, I turned away and left to attend to other matters. I already knew where my next stop was going to be, the biolab. Now, this is where I chased the serial killer around last night. At the time, it had been too dark for me to make out, but I had a general idea of where to go. It should be right around here. It took me a while, but I eventually found it. Here it is. It's been what I was looking for. The power saw I taken from the killer and thrown into the bushes during our chase. I can't just leave this lying around here. I better put it somewhere safe. Okay, should be good here now. Whoever had been brandishing this at me and Haruko, they were definitely out to kill us. But why? What motive could they possibly have? I should probably go over the whole incident again. I'll tell the others I've been stashed the power saw here, and the next time we're all together. Closing the metal shop door behind me, I left and went back. Back to my room, collapsed in my bed, exhausted, looking at the clock. I realized half the day was gone already. I knew I ought to be using this downtime to wisely prepare for our next battle, but I just couldn't motivate myself to do any of that today. I still have 3 major mysteries to solve. First was what happened last night. What were they doing in the battle lab with no memory of how he got there? Why was Hiruko being attacked? The second was the strange person in the black suit. I had no idea who they were, what they were doing here, or why. And third, my gaze slowly traveled to my desk. I hadn't looked at the strange diary again since putting it away. It couldn't be, could it? I got on my bed, opened the desk drawer, and took out the old notebook. The thing still creeps me out. What kind of deranged person had written these illegible words and scribbled this picture of the killer? Looking at it gave me a weird, sickly feeling inside, like I was being drawn into the madness of the page. Rumi's crazed words welled up in the back of my mind. Are these threatening messages in the diary really connected? Somehow, I wanted to dismiss it all as a meaningless series of pranks, but I still had doubts that I couldn't quite dismiss. The seeds of suspicion were starting to grow, threatening to choke me from the inside. How long can you use frozen corn for? Eight to 12 months. 6 months is good enough. I didn't get a chance to talk to Haruko yesterday. I'll have to track her down today at some point. But first I should go to the cafeteria. I need to tell the others about the power saw. Everyone except Haruko. I went and waited, but she didn't show up. And then I told the rest of the team that I stashed the power saw in the metal shop for now and left. I feel a little calmer in here. I needed a change of scenery, and I found myself visiting the leisure lounge. There's no one here, and that's too bad. I was in the mood to talk to someone. I wasn't really sure what to do, so I sat on a chair by the side of the pool and gazed at the water for a while. Suddenly, I got an unpleasant, twisty feeling in my stomach. Why am I so hungry? I just ate a few minutes ago. What's going on with my stomach? My appetite seems to come and go a lot recently. I reached out for a bottle of water in hopes of quelling my hunger pains, and as I did... Oh, Haruko. A surprised, troubled expression crossed her face. She must have not expected to find me here. I thought I'd finally get to talk to her, but as soon as she saw me, she turned around and began walking away. Hey, wait. I ran after Haruko and grabbed her, wrapping a hand around one of those long, slender arms. Let me go. Sorry, I can't do that right now. I need to talk to you. I have nothing to say to you. Haruko looked away, refusing to meet my eye. She was acting so strange, I had no idea why. Are you feeling better? I heard you were sick yesterday. Anyways, I wanted to talk about a few nights ago when you were attacking the biolab. You remember the person with the power saw, right? Where'd they come from? What happened last night? Can you let go of me now? You're going to leave a mark. Oh, sorry, I realized I've been holding on to you really hard and let go. But I just couldn't let her leave you. I shifted around and blocked her path to the door. I told you I have nothing to say to you. Stop wasting my time and move aside. Why are you acting like this? Is there some reason you can't tell me? Please just leave me alone. Haruko, what are you? Haruko shoved me aside, knocking me off balance. Whoa. Ow, ow, ow. I fell off on my butt with a painful thud. That girl really didn't want to talk to me. I got to my feet to go after her, but she was already gone. Haruko, why? I had no idea what was going on with her. Why wouldn't she tell me what happened? Why was she avoiding me all of a sudden? I didn't know, but something was clear. Haruko was hiding something. I can't just give up. I need to find the truth. I wouldn't get anything out of Haruko the way things were, but there was plenty of other stuff I could investigate. I decided to clear my mind looking somewhere else. Actually, let me check real quick. What does Karua even like? Silverware, professional food, fireworks. I feel like she likes curry. Okay, yeah, there we go. I need to get something better. Something else so I could give it to Kurura. I mean, not Kurura. Kurura. Suzuki. Whatever you want to say. Okay, I'll search this up real quick. Let's see. Preferred item, curry, spiceware, boxing gloves, crown. Fireworks set. Simple toys. That won't work. Limousine, crown. Man, she really likes rocks. Oh, this works. Boxing gloves.
So it's ja.
I didn't get time to talk to Shizuharu today. There's still so much I don't know about that girl. Never really got to know her first time around. Hopefully this time she'll open to me and we'll all make it through this alive. Not just hopefully, I'll definitely make that happen.
Soin Kyoji.
VMR machine. Knowing that the person who recorded these announcements was gone made it feel a little uncanny though. This idea of making the 19th day a milestone day anyways. What's that good round number stuff? Made no sense. Wait, did I say that last time too? Shaking off the haze that lingered around in my thoughts, I got out of bed. Speaking of the library, I got some business to do there today. But first I better have breakfast. Time to go to the cafeteria. I stepped into the cafeteria and grabbed some food. For a second, my eyes met Kiruko's from across the room. Oh. There was some moment of silence, and then she turned away. She refused to even look in my direction after that. Yes, she's still avoiding me, silent inwardly. I turned my attention back to my food. When I was done, I made my way to the library. I still don't completely buy that as something to do with what's going on here, but it's worth taking another look at what was here. There might be some kind of clue, and right now I need all the information I can get. I ran a figure down the spine of the books, then pulling them out one by one. My movements got faster and more frantic. I kept going until I emptied the entire shelf. How long did I spend doing that? Completely lost track of time in my desperate search, but eventually I found something that made me stop and take notice. Oh, what's this? I lifted up an old beaten volume with a hard cover. It caught my attention for a simple reason. There wasn't any writing on it. The front cover, back cover, and spine were all completely blank. I looked in the back to see if it had any publication info in there too, but the last few pages had rotten and crumbled away. Must be really old. The history of the school. The last letters were faded and old-fashioned, but I could still read them okay. Come to think of it, aside from the basics, I actually knew remarkably little about the school. And with Surrey and Nago gone, there wasn't anyone I could ask about it. It's not something I thought about very much, but this isn't exactly a run-of-the-mill school. I caught a glimpse of some troubling text. Did I see that right? I went back to the page in question, and sure enough, there was. Notes on the serial murder incidents. My heart skipped a beat. A trail of cold sweat ran down on my back as I began to read the passage. It detailed a series of ghastly murders that took place at the academy sometime in the past. It started suddenly one day, without any wording. A mysterious figure appeared in the school and started picking off students one after another. Clad in a strange black suit, the killer uses bladed weapons like saws and hatchets to massacre the villains. The students. Some students rallied together to try and fight back, but they were all mercilessly cut down. Next day, the academy sealed off from the outside world. The students began to mourn the friends they had lost, but then the killer came back. Once again, they mowed down student after student, bathing in their blood. Cries of pain, fear, and hatred echoed throughout the grounds as the students' short lives came to an abrupt, violent end. And just like before, the killer disappeared without a trace. No one knew how they got in to begin with, although some thought they must have passed themselves as one of the surviving students. No one ever got the definitive answer, and the nightmare still wasn't over. Again and again, the killer would appear out of nowhere, slaughter a handful of students, and then disappear. Naturally, there were attempts to fight back, but none of them achieved anything. It was as if they were dealing with an unkillable demon. Even now, the killer stalks these halls, awaiting the time for another massacre. I found myself thinking about that strange diary again. Could it have been written by one of the students who survived the attacks? The information in the old book and diary matched a little too well for it to be a coincidence. But the part about the killer is still hiding out there somewhere in the school. That couldn't be true, could it? Could they have been the one who wrote this threatening message that started all of this? No, wait. I shouldn't jump to conclusions. Let's see if there's something else. I took a deep breath and went back to reading the school history. For the next few hours, I immersed myself in urban legends and reports of strange incidents that had supposedly occurred in the years long past. Alright, I think that should do it. I closed the cover with a sigh, having skimmed through most of what the book had to offer. It covered a wide range of topics, but it all sounded like things made up for fun rather than describing events that actually happened. The stuff about the serial killer is the only part that feels like it might be important. I don't know if it has anything to do with the power saw maniac I saw, but it's worth thinking about. I'll take this book with me for now. If Rumi finds it, it'll only fuel her morbid fantasies. It was already dark out. I spent the better part of the day reading. I tucked the book underneath my shirt and left the library and headed back to my room.
소인, 휴식 시간다요. 이제.
Another day has flown by. There wasn't an enemy attack today, but there's bound to be another one soon. I need to be ready. I should focus on training tomorrow. I like to look at the murders that the book talked about too. And I still haven't gotten a straight answer out of Hiroko. Oh, there's so much to deal with that I don't even know where to start. I think I'll just sleep on it. Maybe things will be more clear in the morning. So ended my 19th day here at Lost Defense Academy.
소인, 휴식 간다요.
But not them troops, time to get ready for the 20th day. Spend another day doing the unsufferable. Free time. Sure, time to give you some stuff. There we go, rank 1.
あんたら一般人って本当に不潔よね。住んでる家の中にトイレがあるんでしょ。私の家はもちろんトイレ専用屋敷があったわ。トイレと同じ家で寝たり食事なんて考えられないもの。それに爪切り使用人や耳掃除使用人もいないんでしょ。そんな危険なことを自分でやるなんてどうかしてるわ。粗大ゴミを捨てられる底なし沼もないなんて不便で仕方なくない？護衛もいないんでしょ。うちには大鈴木家施設軍隊の大鈴木軍がいるけど、話を聞けば聞くほどあんたらと私じゃ背負ってるものの重みが違うわね。私の大切な存在は大鈴木家よ。世界のためにも必ず守り抜いてみせるわ。だからいざとなったら身を挺して私を守りなさい。わかったわね。
Your bond with Osuzuki is stronger now. Well, time to give her more boxing gloves. Now that I know what you want, and never getting something else now.
Eat ja.総員起床時間だよ。今日も偉大な人類のため野蛮。
Went to the cafeteria and glanced around. Sure enough, Hiruko wasn't there. What's her problem? At this rate, I'll never get to talk to her about that night. No, I can't give up. I'll ask her today again. I have to try. Morning, Takumi. I was just taking my tray to a table when Moko called out to me, chipper as ever. I turned around and saw that Nozomi was her. Hey, you two. You're up and at it early again today, huh? Morning, Takumi. Want to eat with us? Sure, thanks. I took a seat opposite of the girls. Moko stared at me intensely, like she had something to say but didn't know how to bring it up. Is there something on my face? No, of course not. I was just checking out your breakfast, that's all. I have a real good balance of macronutrients there. You can have some of my protein powder if you want a little extra, though. I'm good, thanks. How about drinks? You want to chug out some raw eggs, maybe? No, that's fine. I'm fine. Oh, party pooper. Well, it's your loss. Something's up with Moko. What does she really want to talk to me about? Maybe she's waiting for me to make the first move. But I'll look like a total creep if I'm wrong. Hey, Moko, let's just come out and ask him. We get into it. Stuff like this calls for a delicate approach. For all we know, Hiruku's mainly virtue could be at stake here. Huh? What's about Hiruku? Whoops, there we go. Someone call a plumber. We've got a leak. I'm sorry, Takumi. I really hope you don't take this the wrong way, but Mocha and I have been talking, and we both think you and Hiruko have been acting a little strangely. Right, I should have known this was coming. We didn't want to pry, but it's been going on for a while, so, sorry, hon, we didn't know how to bring it up. Don't apologize. It's my fault for making you worry. Their concern was understandable. Things have been awkward between me and Hiruko ever since the incident. What was I supposed to say? I had no idea why she was avoiding me. Well, some stuff happened, but I'm not really sure how to explain. I struggled to find the right words, and Zomi didn't press me. It's okay if you don't want to talk about it right now. Just know that when you're ready, we'll be here for you. Right, thanks. My breath caught in my throat again. For a moment, it felt like I was talking to Kuro again. I'll see what I can do to soften Hiruko up, too. I know she's the type who likes to be on her own, but she's still a poor, vulnerable maiden at heart. Even rabbits can die of loneliness. You boys have to show some sensitivity. What does that have to do with it? I get the feeling this conversation was drifting away from its original topic. I don't have the energy to get it back on course, though. I'll just smile and nod until it's over. Holy fuck, I can't speak. After finishing breakfast, I said goodbye to Moko and Nozomi and went back to my room. Holy shit. Okay, what should I do today? The idea of this mystery killer still worries me, but the whole thing's kind of sketchy. The Maiders are a much more definitive threat. I need to be ready for the next time they attack. Free time. Futsu? Or is that Nichijou? I mean, fuck it, I'm searching this up again. Keep forgetting that too. Joutsu. That's what it is. Ordinary. Joutsu. Ordinary. Which means we're not in war. Because things are ordinary. Probably. 3, 2, 1 should be around here. Not good enough at that yet. I didn't know something like that would please me. Are you stalking me? Are you that in love with me? That's my bad. I forgot it again. Getting closer. Bond up.
あんたの魂胆は分かってるわよ。私に取り入って大鈴木家の秘密を聞こうとしてるのね。私に寄ってくる人間はそんな連中ばかりだもの。もう慣れ
Oh, that's kind of messed up.
少しだけ話 話すとね、子供の頃私専属の家庭教師がいたんだけど、私はその人のことを心から信用していた。だからその人にだけは素直な気持ちを話せた。大鈴木家の着女という立場を忘れてね。けど実はそいつはスパイだったの。大鈴木家に潜り込むために私の家庭教師に就いたのよ。そいつが私に話してくれたことは何もかも嘘だった。本当の素性は全部隠していたわ。私は唯一信頼できる人に裏切られたの。それ以来隠し事をする人間は信用してないわ。誰かに隠し事されるのが大嫌いになった。どうしても許せないのよ。その後そいつがどうなったか知らないわね。
Probably swim with the fishes in the bottomless swamp right now. I don't think there's any fishes in the bottomless swamp, to be honest with you. What lives in the swamp anyways? Oh, when you say bottomless swamp, I think of like mud and stuff. But I guess it's, you know, water. So I guess, yeah, fishes can live there. Alligators, snakes, frogs, deer, and turtles. And swamp monster. Out of all of them, Hiruko's probably the most urgent. If I don't patch things up with her soon, everyone else is gonna worry. Alright, tomorrow for sure, I'll... What the? The alarm? The enemy's attacking now? I mean, yeah, it has been a while. Uh-oh, I better get going. I was out of bed before the first echoes of the alarm had faded. We can do this. I won't let anyone die this time. A night attack. Seriously? Don't these bastards ever sleep? There's a lot more of them than last time too. They must be really going out all out. So also, you think maybe that bomb of yours can take them out? Sorry, it's been taking a while to put it all together. There's no way we'll be ready for this battle. For real? We gotta fight all of these enemies by ourselves? Don't worry, I'll fight too. Huh? Really, Kaku? Where's this coming from? She made a point of staying out of our battles until now. Not to mention how protective Ima is. I can't just stand on the sidelines and let you all protect me. I've been training hard, so I'll handle myself from here on out. Please let me join you. I'll be happy to have you with us, but are you sure about this? There's nothing I can do when she gets like this. I tried to persuade her to reconsider, but it didn't work. She's even threatened to sever our sibling bond. The idea was so distressing, I passed out on the spot. The point is, I'm fighting and there's nothing you can do about it. Don't interfere, brother dearest. I've been training too, by the way. If push comes to shove, I'll jump in and protect my dear sister. I'll fight too. I'm sorry about before. You too, Shoma? You don't gotta worry about this guy. I trained up so he won't embarrass himself. That's right. I've gone from being a mold on the bathroom floor to mold on a toilet seat. It's a huge upgrade. Nice to see you guys finally showing some backbone. There's one thing I can't stand, it's unproductive parasites. Well, they did take care of the school back when the threatening message forced us to leave. But with this intruder on the loose, it might actually be more dangerous for them to hang back while the rest of us go and fight. That's a good point. You coming to room me? I don't know. I'd love to show up as a mutilated corpse while waiting for you guys to get back. That's such a classic killing game opening. But I guess it could be fun to go wild and massacre a bunch of enemies too. Alright, I'm in. That's the spirit. Now that I've decided, we shouldn't waste any more time. We'll be mobilizing all the team members for this battle. Team leader, give the order. Right. It's been so long since Tsuruko spoke to me, she caught me off guard. There's no time to get flustered though. I need to focus on the battle. Special defense unit, move out. Annihilate all enemies. Oh, it's Eva. What gives? I can't see the enemy like this. We're sitting ducks out here. Start to me, how do we deal with the mist? We'll do the same thing we did in my future. I can protect my dear sister from any harm that comes that way. Now that I can do. Phew, thanks for that, Hiruko. Don't waste time talking. Concentrate on the battle. Takumi, the commander, is she? Yeah, she's the one we took prisoner in my future. I'm here this time. I won't allow the same kind of worthless sentiment. But we'll talk about this later. We have to defeat her first. And we just have to finish off the commander. Shouldn't be too hard. She's basically on her way out already. We look down at the defeated commander. Please don't kill me. Did she say something? My name's Eva, the paragon of nature. I beg of you, please spare my life. I'll surrender. I'll come quickly. Carly, so just let me live. I don't want to die. The terrified invader raised a trembling hand and brought it to her mask. Then she removed it to reveal what was underneath. And she's done this a lot. She's no different from us. It's just like you said, Takumi. You'd almost think she was human. She looks roughly the same age of us as well. That certainly isn't what I expected to be concealed underneath the mask. Speaking of masks, did you say something about that too, Takumi? Don't the commanders consider removing the masks a sign of surrender? Yeah, that and a way of showing respect to your opponents. It's one of the religious teachings that they never go against, right? That's what if Takumi's told us was true anyways. Do we gotta find out who's lying now? Who should we tune up first? Her taking off her mask makes no difference. Hurry up and kill her. Huh? But doesn't that seem a little cruel? Not as cruel as attacking at night and trying to kill us in our beds. There's also the reason why Ima had to get turned into surrogate, right? Personally, I think that operation sounds like an interesting challenge. How about you, Ima? Good question. It's a tough choice, alright. What's so tough about it? She caused you so much suffering in the future. She's going to betray us again this time. There's no point sparing an ally if it means sparing an enemy if it means losing an ally later. I'm with Kako on this one. Besides, people who hide their true faces should never be trusted. That's not very convincing coming from you, Miss Suzuki. If we're going to kill her anyways, can't I just keep her as a research subject? I'd love to see what the invaders' bodies are like on the inside. Wait, please, I don't know about this previous timeline you're talking about, but I would never defy God's teachings. I've lost the battle, I surrender. You can do what you want with me, but please don't kill me. Takumi, please, I think we should spare her. We can't kill someone who's this afraid to die, can we? Well, Mr. Sumino, what's it to be? Takumi, brother dearest, stand aside. If you won't kill her, I'll do it myself. I need to get stronger, this is the fastest way to do that. What do you think, Takumi? Anger, sadness, pity, desperation, fear. Everywhere I looked, someone looked back with a different expression. They're all waiting for me to make the call. It wasn't an easy decision, but I knew what I had to do. We're not going to kill her. Let's take the prisoner like before. Have you lost your feeble excuse for a mind? Why kill Edo but let the invader live? If you're going to make these big decisions, can you be a little more consistent? I didn't want to kill Edo, but I had to keep everyone safe. Anyways, we'll learn from our previous mistakes we had in my future and keep security on our prisoner extra tight. But she could still escape or return on us in some way. Our leader has made his decision. We have to abide by it. Since we understand the invader's language now, it could provide a tactical advantage too. If we take the commander prisoner, we can interrogate her and potentially learn something that will help us out later. Yeah, exactly. I'm not just going soft here. You got to believe me. I suppose that makes sense. What do you think, Lady Kaku? If there's a proper reason for it, I guess that's okay. I didn't expect Hiruko to be so supportive, but thanks to her, the mood was starting to change. Everyone was still clearly conflicted, but they were starting to come around to the idea I'd proposed. I'm in favor of taking the commander prisoner. Same here. But what if she escaped into Takumi's future? We just gotta make sure that doesn't happen this time. Fine, if you're all gonna insist, I'll go along with it. I think we should spare her too. I'll help take care of her and everything. If we need to torture her at any point, can you let me do it? What kind of invader screams do invaders make? This making it is giving me goosebumps. Sorry, Yugumu. Tell your little Yugumu to calm down. Forget the commander. Someone put this guy in a cage. That's funny. Yugumu was just a freak. Sounds like the matter is decided. The rest is up to you, team leader. First things first, let's lock her in the cage. We'll use a sturdier lock than we did in my timeline too. Thank you. I'll never forget myself if I die here. No matter what, I need to make it home one day. We summoned the drones to take our prisoner away and locked her up in the courtyard. We were all exhausted from our late night battle. We staggered back to our rooms afterwards for some well-earned rest. Phew, I could finally get some sleep. Mostly my thoughts were centered around the prisoner, Eva. She calmed herself. We were finally going to get a chance to sit down and talk to your commander. She managed to get away last time, but I won't make the same mistake again. I'll talk to her tomorrow and see what she can tell us. For the first time in a while, it felt like we might actually make progress. The relief that thought gave me was enough to carry me into a peaceful slumber. I gradually drifted back into consciousness, my head still fuzzy. I stretched out under the covers and thought back to the events last night. I wonder what time it is. I looked at my clock and found it was already past noon. I slept like the dead. I might have overdone it. My head was killing me. Going to get breakfast would be such a drag. I had no appetite at all. Maybe I was too tired to be hungry. But I can't just not eat anything. I picked out some rations I happened to have lying around and eventually had a shower and got dressed. Then I remembered Eva, the commander we'd taken prisoner. I decided to go and check on her before I did anything else. As I made my way to the courtyard, I spotted Shoma coming from the other way. He was carrying a cafeteria tray. Oh, Takumi, good morning, or afternoon. Hi, Shoma. I guess it's more like the afternoon now. Did you get up at the normal time today? I sure did. I need to bring Eva her breakfast. I did promise I'd take care of her after all. It's only natural that should include feeding her. How is she? Did she say anything to you? She ate a little, but didn't speak. I think she's in a state of extreme stress. She was trembling all over, although that might be because she was disgusted by my unclean body odor. She's asleep now. This is the first time she slept since we put her in the cage. Okay, sounds like it'll be a while before we get anything out of her. I'm sure if we keep talking to her, she'll open up to us eventually. She has such a beautiful, gentle look in her eyes. I don't think she's a bad person, really. Shoma developed a strong attachment to the prisoner last time, too. Things are different now, so I want to believe that it won't lead to the same disaster as it did back then. I'll leave Eva in your care then. Let me know if there's any changes. Right, I'll do my best job, and I'll do the best job an inept Slav like me can. I do want to see what Eva can tell us, but there's no point rushing things if she's not ready to talk yet. I decided to let Shoma handle her now and went to spend my time somewhere else. Okay, I'm going to call it quits for now. And get some food.